Today we're going to talk about why I feel so alone when I'm never alone. So why you feel so alone as a new mom, especially when you're never alone. You got a baby attached to you at every single second of every day. So I remember being and feeling so isolated from everyone and everything, and just feeling like so overwhelmed and so alone at the same time. So let's talk about how you're feeling. For those of you first jumping on the line for your first time, I'm Danielle Cotis. I am a new mom coach. I coach new moms, expectant moms, and toddler moms how to make the transition into motherhood smooth and effortless. Work a lot on changing your mindset, rewriting your subconscious beliefs about yourself. And we really focus on using mindfulness, the law of attraction, to help cultivate calm and peace within. So why do you feel so alone? Because you are. Because you are. Or at least that's what you keep telling yourself. We go from, most of us were working women, and we go from working in the workforce to, being alone at home. And for some of us, it's not just for maternity leave. For other of us, it's quite a number of years or months down the line where we are actually alone at home. And being alone at home, when was the last time you did that? Probably never. So that can be really isolating. And leaving the baby with the house in the beginning can be difficult, and feels so difficult, and everything feels so far away. It feels like your neighbor's house is like 100 miles away. The grocery store is 200 miles away. Just getting yourself to even get to the point where you can feel comfortable leaving the house with the baby, with all of the stuff, it takes you an hour to get ready, and then to get in the car and go somewhere for 30 minutes, it makes it feel so not worth it, right? So a lot of us tend to not go anywhere, especially on maternity leave, and then thus after, because it's just a stressful situation for us. So we isolate ourselves in the house and tell ourselves that this is just easier for us to be at home with the baby alone because it's too stressful to go out and do anything. To leave the house is stressful. Are you going to be able to breastfeed in public? Are you going to formula feed in public? Are people going to say something to you about this? Is your baby going to cry? How are you going to react? Are you going to be able to interact with the person you want to be interacting with while you have to take care of the baby at the same time? So it's a lot of emotions that arise at just the thought of leaving the house. So we kind of isolate ourselves inside. And if you don't have a lot of family members around, or if your family has been asking if you need help and you keep saying no, then chances are you haven't had someone come over to the house in quite some time, and you really haven't left to go over there to your family members' homes in quite some time. Also, if you don't have very many mom friends, if you're the first of your friends to have kids like I was, it can be isolating that you don't have that good friend to call and talk to, because now when you call your friends, they don't know what the heck you're talking about, and they might think that you're a little crazy. So it can feel lonely in terms of friendships, that you don't really have the support system of friends that you need at this point in time. And your single friends or married friends with no kids, they kind of distance themselves from you, not purposely, but just because now you have a baby. So they may feel like they don't want to impose on you, or, talk to you every day, or maybe they're afraid that you might tell them something that they don't want to hear, or that you're not going to answer the phone. So there's a lot of relationship issues that happen with your friends. And then if your spouse is going to work and providing for the family while you're on maternity leave, or while you're a stay-at-home mom, chances are you don't really see your spouse that often. So, and when you do see your spouse, you're like, here's the baby, or, I have to cook, or I have to clean, or whatever. So you don't really spend that quality time. So in essence, you really are alone, like physically, from everybody else. Now with the baby, you're never alone, right? And you went from speaking to adults and having adult conversations and going out whenever you want to, and now that you have a baby, you're talking baby talk, you're kind of talking to yourself, which kind of makes it seem a little like you're going crazy, because you don't have somebody responding back to you, that you don't have that adult response, you don't have that adult interaction. And a lot of us crave that adult interaction. Like, I know that I really, really craved, people. I was like, I'm in a people person business. I've always been with people, like in customer service and serving people. And not having that interaction with adults was really difficult for me. Like, I envied my husband for going back to work and having that adult interaction, right? And it was upsetting to me that I wasn't allowed to have that too. So I want to tell you, number one, you're not alone in how you feel about being alone. And you are not alone. So what I mean by that is that even though you feel lonely right now and you feel isolated and, like you're by yourself, you're not. And I want you to stop right now telling yourself that you are alone, okay? Because you're not alone in your endeavor. There is plenty of people out there to support you. A lot of times feeling lonely means that you're feeling lack of support. So a lot of new moms are lacking in this support. And this is why I do what I do, because we are lacking in the support from our community, from our family, from our friends. We're lacking in that physical support, that person-to-person interaction. We're lacking in that. And so what I want to tell you is that there's things out there that you can do to feel less alone. Number one is join a support group. I know that getting out of the house is really hard, but once you get out of the house and you join a support group, a new mom support group at the hospital, you're going to meet all new moms. So it's awesome. You make friends. You can pick and choose who you hang out with, who you have play dates with. Go to the library, get out. There's all new moms there. There's parents, there's grandparents, there's people to talk to. Gymboree is a great place to meet people. Any my gyms, things like that. Getting out, going to workshops. Meeting people at mom workshops, learning about breastfeeding, going to a breastfeeding support group, any kind of support group or like support system type of thing in the community that you can go to it. So this way you feel less alone, and you're actually not alone, right? You're supported. You're seeing people. You're interacting with them. That's huge. Just going to the grocery store, Target, interacting with people will really get you to the point where you feel less alone. In terms of family members and friends, start reaching out to those family members and friends. Go over to somebody's house in the middle of the day. Meet somebody for lunch with the baby. I know that it's going to feel difficult at first, and it's going to give you some anxiety and some fears and worries and concerns. But I promise you, once you're out, once you're with somebody and you're making some sort of adult interaction, you will feel less alone. Also, asking people to help you. That was a really hard thing for me. Even though people were asking me if I needed help, I just kept saying no. If they say, do you need help? Say, yeah, can you come over for a little bit? I just wanted to check. Can you come over and watch the baby so I can relax a little bit? So getting that support system from your family and really feeling like, you're not alone in this endeavor, that you have the friends and that you have the family that's with you. And the biggest thing that I did was just get out of the house once a day. So if that meant walking in my neighborhood, there were so many moms I didn't even know that were there. And I got to chit chat. Going to the park was awesome. There's so many moms that you can interact with, so many people you can talk to. So telling yourself that you're alone is really meaning that you are unsupported, right? Unsupported. So I'm not saying that you're not alone, because you are, which I said in the beginning, but what you're really saying to yourself is that you feel unsupported, that you feel like you're alone in this endeavor. And I want you to know that you are not alone, that there are so many moms going through the same thing you're going through right now. And they want to talk to you, right? They want to meet up with you. There's meetups. There's Yahoo Moms meetup groups. There's town, like moms of, Scotch Plains, moms of Old Bridge, moms of Manalapan, moms of this. There's mom groups inside each town that you have. And it will really help you to connect with the people in your community so that you feel supported, that you don't feel alone in this endeavor. And a lot of times I felt alone because I felt really bad. I had that postpartum depression and anxiety. So I felt alone in my endeavor, that nobody else was experiencing what I was going through, that everybody else had support, that everybody else was happy. And that's not the truth. There are so many moms out there that are suffering with postpartum depression and anxiety. So many moms that are suffering with lack of support. support, resentment, anger, all these things, unhappiness, So you are not alone. You just have to find the people and the support. Find those people that are going through the same thing. Reach out on some Facebook groups. See if there are people in your area. See if there's old friends that you can have meetups with. Get to the point where you are hearing other people's stories so that you're not feeling alone in your endeavor and that you're not feeling alone with your feelings and actually being alone. Get out there and make this known to people. Don't be afraid to tell them your story. Don't be afraid to tell them how you feel. You'll be surprised of how many people are going through the same thing that you're going through. How many new moms are out there are struggling the way you are. So you are not alone, and it's okay to feel alone right this second, but I don't want you to sit there. I want you to go out and get the support that you need and get that adult interaction and get out of the house so that you feel less isolated, so that you feel more supported, more loved, so you feel more confident in your role and more confident in yourself, and so that you feel like you are in this bubble of support and that, you have this community, you have these friends, you are totally supported. So that's it for today. If you are struggling, please, mama, reach out to me. Please book a call. I promise you it will be the best thing that you ever did. If you want to feel less overwhelmed, less stressed, less emotionally out of control, then let's talk about it. Let's put out there and into the universe, what your plan is. How do you want to feel? You want to feel more calm. You want to feel more confident. You want to feel conscious, more in tune with yourself, more connected to your baby. You want to feel like you're living the best life ever. You want to understand what everyone's saying about this magical motherhood. Please book a call with me. You can click the link below or the link on my page, book a call, and we'll talk for 55 minutes just about what's going on in your life, how I can help. And if you think working together is a good fit, then we'll go ahead and work together. I will give you whatever I can, whatever support I can to help you easily and effortlessly transition into this motherhood role. All right, lovely ladies, thank you so much for being on the line with me. Please like me on my Facebook page, The Unfamiliar Mom. Please like me on Instagram, The Unfamiliar Mom. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Unfamiliar Mom. And I will see you next week. Thank you.